welcome to today's video. If you are new to this channel, hi, my name is Rachel and I run my own business here in Auckland, New Zealand, where we sell houseplants and houseplant related supplies. And this is our YouTube channel where we make videos all about houseplants, houseplant products, houseplant product tutorials, and a little bit of behind the scenes of this small business as well. So make sure to check us out, www.growinggreen.nz, if you are in New Zealand. So welcome to today's video. Today's video, as you already know by the title down below, as I'm going to be showing you my Anthurium collection. I am definitely in my Anthurium era at the moment, and I have recently acquired a lot of new Anthurium, so I thought it was the perfect time to make a new video. If you do end up enjoying this video, please make sure to hit the like button down below. Let me know what kind of content you guys like to see, and if you would like to see more like this, make sure to consider hitting that subscribe button down below and turn on the notification bell so you know when we upload. So let's just get straight on into today's video. I do have what I would consider a fairly modest Anthurium collection compared to a lot of people. However, you guys still wanted to see it anyway over on my Instagram, so make sure to go and check out my Instagram if you don't follow us there already. And let's just get on to plant number one. Now these are in no particular order whatsoever. If they are a cross Anthurium, I will put up some pictures up here of what the parents are, so you can see that and kind of get a bit of visualization of what they're going to look like. So this is the first Anthurium. It is my Anthurium Fetti Eye. It has that really famous closed sinus up the top here, and of course those spider-like veins in the middle. Now this is one of my favorite Anthuriums of all time, and I'm probably going to say that about a lot of Anthuriums in this video, but I just really love the uniqueness of that closed sinus. It's actually putting out a brand new leaf for me at the moment, as you can see there. It's so pretty, and I'm hoping it gets a little bit bigger than this, but it is actually flowering, if you can see there, so clearly it is quite happy. I've had this one for probably half a year now, and it came with 2 leaves when I got it, so I have grown this leaf, and this one is coming out obviously now as well. So that is the first Anthurium. That is my Anthurium Fetti Eye. Anthurium number 2 is my Anthurium Silver Blush. Now for those of you who are super hardcore sparkly Anthurium lovers, then this is the Anthurium for you. As you can see, it has really thick silvery veining, hence the name Silver Blush, and that typical crystallinum type shape. It also sort of looks to me a little bit like Anthurium dorayaki as well, which is on my list of Anthurium to purchase. But yeah, this one is a real cutie. I've had this one for, I would say, exactly on a year now, and it was quite small when I got it. However, I do find this one very slow growing. I'm not sure about those of you have it. And as you can see here, it is currently putting out another leaf for me. November is actually spring here in the southern hemisphere, hence why a lot of them are putting out new leaves. So that is again a perfect time to make this video. And that is Anthurium Silver Blush. I used to be very much into collecting the single type Anthuriums, for example the Fetti Eye that's not crossed with anything, or the crystallinum that's not crossed with anything. But the first cross that I ever did buy was this one I'm about to show you, and it kind of got me into the crosses. So introducing Anthurium Clarinervium cross with pterodactyl. So again, I'm going to put the parents up here so you can have a look at what they look like, so then when you actually look at this leaf down here, you can definitely see those two in this one here. This is another one that I purchased, I think, just on a year ago, and when I got it, it was just a tiny little seedling. This one here was one of the original leaves. The other one did drop off, but this is definitely a really cool cross, and I'm looking forward to it getting bigger in size. It's not too bad, it's getting there, it's sizing up with each one. And if you can see in the middle there, it is actually also flowering. A lot of my Anthurium are currently flowering. I've never had so many flower at once. So yeah, that one is Anthurium Clarinervium cross pterodactyl. The next one is a little bit more of a standard Anthurium here in New Zealand. Overseas it probably is too. This is my Anthurium magnificum, and it is quite small at the moment. This poor plant has been neglected. I've had her for a long time, and it is still tiny. Only now is it starting to put out some semi-decent looking leaves, like this one here. It is more upright. Obviously this one's facing a different way, and that one's facing that way. So it's had a little bit of a rough ride, but it is finally coming back. And I don't know if you can see all of those roots in there. Oh yeah, you absolutely can. Look at that. Yummy. I love Anthurium roots. They're my favorite roots in the entire plant world. Again, I'm hoping to take a lot better care of my Anthurium while I'm having the motivation, obviously with all my plants as well. I'm considering getting rid of a lot of the plants on my greenhouse because I don't really sell a lot of them on the website anyway, and just obviously keeping those plants that I really love, and then obviously doing cuttings of those and selling that rather than you know, propagating plants for the sake of propagating plants for the website. So yeah, that is my Anthurium magnificum. So this next one has had the same kind of care that my magnificum has had, which is, in other words, not much, and that is my Anthurium crystallinum. This is the first ever Anthurium that I purchased. I don't think this plant specifically, I think I gave that one to someone or sold it or something like that. But yeah, this is the first ever Anthurium that I bought. It is definitely a beginner's Anthurium and one of the easiest to look after, apart from the fact that I haven't been looking after it. It is, again, like I have said on all the other ones, putting out a new leaf. I'm hoping this season it will put out a few really decent leaves. I have also been unpotting this one and taking the babies out of it quite a lot, which I think has not helped the mother plant at all. I think it's been struggling a little bit with that. So I see another baby coming, but I'm just going to leave it, let it get nice and big, and then maybe separate it again to sell off the babies. So yeah, that is my Anthurium crystallinum. Okay, now to move on to some of my more exciting Anthurium. These might be quite common for some people, but for me they're super exciting. And the first one I'm going to show you is the Anthurium radix, or the Anthurium radicans cross luxurians. I'll put the parent plants up here again so you can see both of them. And again, you will see both the parentage obviously in the plant down in the corner here. So these are the two original leaves that it came with. I've had it for about 6 months now, but this one was actually a chunk cutting. So if you don't know what a chunk cutting is, you can actually chop the stem of the Anthurium up and root part of the stem, and that's what this was. I'll show you at the base. Don't know if you can see in there, but that is the actual original base of the Anthurium that grew out of here. So this is a little side shoot that is growing off that chunk. This is my first experience ever growing an Anthurium from a chunk, but I think it's doing pretty well, and I think I feel confident enough to continue to grow Anthurium from chunks. So I might be looking out for a few of those because they're obviously cheaper than buying a full plant. And this is the newest leaf it's given me. This is the first leaf, yes, the first true leaf in my care, and I am so excited. It is looking so round and so perfect and beautiful. I absolutely love the ribs on it. That is my Anthurium redlux. Now this next Anthurium was purchased from what I would consider a friend of mine, Jessima. I will put her website down below if you are in New Zealand. She sells some amazing plants and some amazing Hoya and amazing Anthurium. Obviously that's the one I got from her, and that is this Anthurium Clarinervium hybrid. Now she's not 100% sure what this is a hybrid of, but you can definitely see the Clarinervium in there, and I will actually go back on Instagram and ask her what she thought it was crossed with, and pop it down here for you so you can see that. But I absolutely love the look of this. I used to have to know what my Anthurium were. Like, I needed to know both the parents, I wanted to know exactly what it was, but I've kind of just got to the point that if I like how it looks and I enjoy looking at it, I don't really care what it is. But yeah, it is an absolutely beautiful plant. It is definitely slightly more sizable than my other ones. It did come larger, so this wasn't all me. Again, it has chucked out the tiniest baby flower in there, which is probably hard to see. You can't really do anything with it anyway. But I did just take some babies off of it, which you can see here, which I can't wait to grow on and hopefully pass on to someone else as well. So yeah, that is my Anthurium Clarinervium hybrid. This next Anthurium is not one that I actually thought I would be acquiring. I purchased an Anthurium BTI off of a website, and they accidentally sent out the wrong seedling. So they ended up saying, hey, you can keep it, we'll send you out your BTI anyway. So this one is an Anthurium Brownie Eye. Now this one is super unique looking. It sort of looks a little bit more like those Anthurium that you'll get in your big box stores, like the pretty flowers. But I really love this one. When I first looked at it, before it grew like obviously to this size so I could see what it looked like, I kind of wasn't really interested in it a lot. But now that it has started growing, this one grows really fast, by the way. It's sized up super fast. I actually quite enjoy it. Again, if I look under here, it is throwing out a new leaf for me, so I'm looking forward to seeing how that sizes up, and the color is actually really pretty as well. So yeah, that is my unexpected Anthurium Brownie Eye. Alright, we're definitely getting into some good stuff now. This next one has been on my wish list for a very long time. You know how you just see like one picture of something on Google or on someone's Instagram page and you're just like, oh my god, dying, I have to have that. That was this plant for me. So I am so happy to introduce to you my Anthurium dark form. So this is a crystallinum dark form, and as you can see, obviously it is darker than my other crystallinum. That one was also just had way too much sun. But this one is in the same spot as the other one, and it seems to be keeping its dark form perfectly fine. So I don't know, we'll figure it out at some point. We're learning as we go. I freaking love this. I'm a sucker for dark veins, ribbing and dark veins. I don't know, I'm just a sucker for everything at the moment. I just love my Anthurium. So look at that. That is stunning. I love this plant so much. And if I turn this around, this is its newest leaf. It's the first leaf it's put out with me. I've only had it for like 2 months, I think. Really not that long. I absolutely love looking at the back of this new leaf as well, because it is very, very red in color and it contrasts off the dark really, really well. And it's a little bit hard to show you. I don't know if you can tell, but it actually has quite a little bit of, there you go, a bit of red on the inside of the sinus there, which makes it sort of look like a red crystallinum. Absolute beauty this one is, and I am so impressed with the size, and it has sized up very quickly. So yeah, that is my Anthurium crystallinum dark form. Next up, as you can tell, I have a lot of Anthurium, and I'm thinking of rearranging my greenhouse somehow and putting them all on one shelf, because they are currently just wherever I can squash them in. But this one, this Anthurium, is quite different looking to all of my other Anthurium, and the fact that it is super, super long, and I cannot wait for the leaves to grow even longer than they already are. And that is my Anthurium Vitara Folium. Now this one I have had for a good 7 or 8 months now, and when I bought it, it didn't have either of these two big leaves, so it was just the smaller leaves that you see at the front here. But in my care, it has grown this leaf and now this leaf, and as you can see, it is sizing up very quickly, and it is currently in the process of giving me another leaf there. So I cannot wait until this looks like those really big long ones that you see like on Instagram and Google, where they're like really, really long, hanging off a cabinet or something like that. This one actually sits in my house on top of my fireplace. It's a fake fireplace, which is basically never on, but it just loves the normal humidity temperature in my house and has absolutely no problem with it. Although this leaf is a little bit wonky, but it's fine. So yeah, that is my Anthurium Vitara Folium. I totally just realized I just about skipped showing you my Anthurium BTI, because I told you that the Brownie Eye was an accidental acquisition. This is the actual plant that I was meant to get, my Anthurium BTI. And yes, I know it is tiny, but look, this is the last leaf that it gave me, and it's starting to get those famous ribs, and I'm so excited. It's also giving me another leaf here, so I'm hoping this one will size up a little bit. But yeah, this is the cutest little seedling ever. I'm going to be taking pictures of this as it is, and then every 6 months to a year I'm going to take pictures of it again, and hopefully I can make a really nice compilation of it sizing up and it looking beautiful. I love buying my plants big, but there's also nothing quite like buying a seedling and watching it grow and actually making it big yourself as well. Next up is an absolute classic of an Anthurium, and this was the first time I ever spent more than $500 on a plant. I was at the Tauranga Plant Fest for the first time ever as a non-vendor, like the first ever plant fest I went not as a vendor, to have a look at it, and I saw this plant and I just about died. At the time, these were still really, really rare, and now they're pretty much on Trade Me every week. Everyone's got them, but I still love this plant so, so much. And that is my Queen Anthurium. Now this one, when I got it, was actually quite small, and if I can put a picture up here, I will. It looks bigger than it is, obviously with camera angles and tricks and stuff like that, but this is the latest leaf it has given me, and it is starting to size up pretty nicely, I would say. Again, this Anthurium lives inside my house on my fireplace, and it's just enjoying the normal ambient temperature of my home. I think a lot of people think that these are quite complicated to grow, but I have honestly had no issues, and honestly it's in pretty good condition for being in normal house temperatures. It's probably going to size up a little bit faster and obviously look a little bit prettier in a grow tent, but I don't have a grow tent. That could be something that I could make a video about and get. But anyway, this was one of the original leaves, which is looking a little bit better now, but it's obviously got this one, which was the second leaf, that's the third leaf, and that's the fourth leaf. So it is definitely sizing up nicely, and I'm looking forward to seeing what this will do for me in the future. So yeah, that is my Anthurium Barocquianum. This next one is not, I don't think, considered a dark Anthurium. However, the leaves are quite dark on it, which is why I really love this in the first place. And this is my Anthurium Clarinervium. Again, I've had this one for I think almost exactly on a year now, and it has been quite slow growing for me. I don't know why, but it did nothing for about 6 months over winter, obviously because it's winter, but a lot of my other Anthuriums still put out like at least one leaf. This one gave me nothing, but it has started to grow again, and now that it is spring, and this is the latest leaf it has given me. Unfortunately, it did get stuck in its sheath, so it has some damage at the bottom. Otherwise it would have been an absolutely beautiful leaf, and it did actually come out like bent. I thought it was going to break right in the middle here, but I just pulled it out with my fingers and it actually healed up quite nicely. See that little bit of damage there? That is where I thought it was going to snap in half, but it healed up very nicely, and it is nice and strong, and that's not going anywhere. So hopefully the next leaf, which sort of looks like it's coming out right in the middle there, hopefully that new leaf will be bigger and better and stronger. Again, this one lives in my lounge and just my ambient room humidity. It gets average lighting. It is south-facing window, so it is not considered a high lighting situation at all, and it's doing alright. It's definitely not struggling, but it's not like crazy growing, you know. So yeah, hopefully this will do a little bit more for me this spring, and that is my Anthurium Clarinervium. All right, that brings us to my most recent Anthurium acquisitions. I'm going to start with one that I got today in the post. I ordered it last week online, and it actually turned out to be one of my customers that was selling it, so I was really glad to be able to buy this off one of my customers and like sort of give back and say thank you for purchasing from us. And this is a cross that I've actually never seen before. I'm quite surprised of how like easy it was to get. And this plant is massive. Like I said before, I do like growing Anthurium from seeds to make them bigger, like all plants, but at the same time I do like the instant gratification of a large plant. So let me show you this, and this is definitely going on the thumbnail of this video. This is my brand new Anthurium Warocquianum crossed with Fetti Eye. This plant just about makes me want to cry. I love this so freaking much. Let me bring this closer for you so you can have a good look at that leaf. Oh yeah, I love that so much. As you can see, it has that typical mostly closed sinus up the top here of the Fetti Eye and the long leaves of the Warocquianum, and this thing is just an absolute beast. Look at that, look at that leaf. It's so pretty. This one, as you can see, has been extremely well grown. It is a big boy, and I am just so beyond excited to have this in my collection. Like, look at that. It does need a repot, and I will show you why. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can. There we go. But it is full of roots in there, so it is definitely, look at that, in need of a repot. And it looks like there could be multiple plants in here as well, so I might end up splitting it up just to give it a bit more space to grow. As you can see, these leaves are very close to each other, and it actually does have a wavy petiole. Probably not the right term for it. I'm definitely not an expert, but I'll show you what I mean. Do you see that? The petiole on that one is actually wavy, which is cool. I didn't know the Fetti Eye or the Warocquianum did that. So yeah, very nice, instant gratification. I love this plant so much. And I'm happy to have both of obviously the original plants and now the cross as well. So this is Anthurium Warocquianum crossed with Fetti Eye. Alrighty, now we still have 5 more to go, so don't go anywhere. These 5 were actually brand new releases at the Hamilton Plant Lovers Market that was on last weekend from a shop called The Green Grower. I will put their website down below because they're actually going to be releasing them for general sale this week when I post it, I think on the 17th of November. So if you're in New Zealand, you can go and check them out and pick them up for yourself. I went to the market thinking, oh yeah, there's about 2 that I want, you know, I'll be good and I'll get 2 and I'll, you know, leave the rest and, you know, see how it goes. And I ended up coming home with all 5. So I just looked at them and I was like, there's no way that I can leave any of them behind. So I'm going to show you them and obviously the parents as well. So this first one here is a cross between magnificum and regale. I'm not sure how people say it, but I will pop the parents up here. These obviously aren't the parents, but there are plants that look like the parents. and this is the result here. I think this is so pretty. I definitely want a full regale as well, but this one was just so pretty and it was sitting at the counter when I was checking out with the other ones, so I said, all right, pop it in. It was really reasonably priced. So that is my Anthurium regale cross magnificum. Alright, so these next ones I'm actually going to be bringing up my Instagram to give you the information of, because I don't want to get it wrong, and I haven't memorized them yet because it's only been a few days. But this one here is called Anthurium Nocturne. Now Anthurium Nocturne is a complex hybrid of black velvet, which is assumed Dresslerii crossed with Fetti Eye, and one of their peppy crosses. Now I think I can hopefully actually get up the parent plants for this so you can have a look at them. This was one of the two that I really wanted to get and didn't want to miss out on. As you can see, this one has such a beautiful shape, and obviously the veining is stunning as well, and of course those parents are just absolutely to die for. Now these ones haven't actually been grown to full size yet in New Zealand. They're a brand new release, so this is kind of like an experiment where we get to, you know, take these home and end up seeing what they look like and compare them with each other's. So I'm really proud to be a part of that, and it's going to be lots of fun. So that is the first one, Anthurium Nocturne. This is the business that is selling them, by the way, so if you go to their website and you end up here, it's the right place. But this one is called Anthurium Velvet Mask, and this one is a cross of their Fetti Eye Silver and their Peppy cross. Again, I will put up the pictures up here so you can have a good look at the parent plants, and this is one of the other ones I really wanted to get. As you can see, it definitely has the veining of the Fetti Eye here and the length of the Peppy cross, and of course that sinus as well. This leaf you can definitely tell a little bit more, even though it is a little bit broken at the bottom. You can definitely tell that Fetti Eye is in there for sure. So yeah, that is the second one we get to experiment and play around with, which is the Anthurium Velvet Mask. So I know these all look a bit... Sorry, my dogs are having a fight outside. Ladies! 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 Shh. Quiet time. So I know a lot of these all look very similar because they are smaller, but this one is called Anthurium Nightshade, and this one I have to read out because it is a little bit of a mouthful. This one is Anthurium Nightshade, which is dark velvet, which is magnificum cross sanguinium. Sanguinium, I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. And Bissai. I'm very good at butchering names if you couldn't tell. But again, I will put the parent plants up here and you can have a look here. This is definitely one of the most sought after ones that was there, as well as the last one I'm going to show you. One of the things I really love about this one, as you can see down here, is the red stems. I know it's not coming across that much on camera, however when I do that it kind of looks a little bit more red, and I'm just so excited to take a picture of these and have a look at how they look. And again, like I said, 6 months to a year's time, see how they've changed and evolved, see what their growing patterns are like, and I'm so excited to be again a part of this little experiment. So yeah, that is Anthurium Nightshade, and this is the final Anthurium that I have to show you in today's video, and this one is called Velvet Eclipse. Now this one was probably the most highly anticipated one I think out of the entire release, and was definitely not one that I was going to be picking up because I thought, oh well, I want, you know, I'm really into more of the dark veining type of Anthurium, but then I saw it sitting there and I thought, oh stuff it, why not? So I picked it up. Now this one is their Dresslerii crossed with their Peppy cross. Again, parents up here for you to have a look at. And this is one that I am so stupidly excited to watch size up, and I can't wait to compare them with other people who bought them as well. It sort of has a little bit of ribbing already going on, and then on the back it has the beautiful red stems, and the leaf is actually kind of like an orangey color, but not in a bad way, not in a like it's dying kind of a way. But I really love all of these Anthuriums, but they do need a repot, so I'm going to go and pop them up now and then pop them on my shelf somewhere. I have no idea where, but we'll figure that out later. So that is all for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed seeing my Anthurium collection. Let me know down below which Anthurium was your favorite, or if it's none of the ones that I have, let me know what it is anyway down below. I'd love to know and add a couple more to my wish list. If you did enjoy it, make sure to hit the thumbs up button down below. Again, it lets me know what kind of content you guys like to see. And if you would like to see more videos like this from me, make sure to hit the subscribe button down there as well, and the notification bell so you get notified when we upload. Make sure to check us out on all our social media accounts, our Facebook, our Instagram, and our TikTok, where we post a whole bunch of different content as well. Thank you so much for tuning into today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!